Life's journey is often riddled with struggles, and it's in these very moments when our willpower to be intentional becomes our guiding light. So, join me as I uncover harnessing this inner strength to achieve a more purposeful life. Let's chat now. In the hustle and bustle of daily lives, it is so easy to get caught up in the chaos, like constantly reacting to the demands and distractions that surround us. It's called adulting. Okay. And I can't tell you how many times in a day I think that I've done something in reality, but it's only been done in my head. Okay. Just bear with me. But I've done this a few times. And then I've had the audacity to be argumentative about something that I thought I physically had taken care of, only to learn that it was done in my mind. This is what happens when we're distracted. We get consumed with busy work, and before we know it, meaningful things like our goals, our dreams, aspirations often take back seat, leaving us feeling unfulfilled and disconnected from our true purpose at the end of the day. But fear not, for there is a powerful tool at our disposal, one that can definitely cut through all that noise and guide you towards a more purposeful life, and that is the will to be intentional. So, what is intentionality? Intentionality is an art form. It is the art of living with purpose. It's about making conscious choices that are going to align your values, goals, and desires. It's definitely opposite of drifting through life aimlessly. Instead, you're choosing to steer your ship towards a specific direction. So, being intentional means taking control of your actions, your thoughts, and decisions, and not allowing external factors to dictate your path. But there's a prerequisite, and that is willpower. Willpower is that force that drives you to stay the course even when you're faced with challenges and distractions. It's that determination to see your intentions through and to overcome obstacles and stay focused on the goal. It's that inner strength that keeps you going when motivation declines. So just take a moment, like let that sink in. Like imagine the mental fortitude that someone must have to keep going when they don't want to. That's a great biblical example that makes this all make sense, that sheds light on this concept of willpower and intentionality. So let's briefly enter the story of Daniel and the lion's den in chapter 6 of the book of Daniel. So, in the ancient kingdom of Babylon, Daniel was an appointed administrator of the kingdom, and he had found himself in a perilous situation. So, in verse 3, it says, Daniel soon proved himself more capable than all the other administrators in high offices. And because of Daniel's great ability, the king made plans to place him over the empire. So Daniel was a man of unwavering faith and intentionality, working under a ruler named King Darius. But side note, let me just say this. Just know when you're walking in your purpose, the enemy is going to come for you because he doesn't want you to succeed in that. He is going to plot, he's going to scheme, and that's what happened to Daniel. He had a bunch of haters who were other officials, and they conspired and they were able to influence King Darius to issue a decree that would demand that Daniel abandon his beliefs. So, when the decree was issued forbidding prayer for 30 days, Daniel faced a dilemma. However, Daniel's willpower to remain true to his faith and convictions prevailed. He continued to pray, but because of his perceived defiance, he was thrown into a den of hungry lions as punishment. But his unwavering intention to honor his beliefs was met with a miraculous intervention, and the lions spared his life. So, the story of Daniel in the lion's den illustrates that when we stand firm in our intentions, even in the face of adversity, remarkable outcomes can occur. So be intentional. Be intentional, right? We hear it all the time and it sounds really good. The words are inspiring and they are encouraging, but how? How do we do that? I think far too often we're told to do something, but we aren't really giving the how to. So, I want to give you a foundation to help you to develop a will to be intentional. So, the first step is becoming intentional to gain clarity about what truly matters to you. So, what are your core values? What are your short term and long term goals? What do you want now? And what do you want in the foreseeable future? Like, you have to know these types of things because this is what helps you to make decisions that align with your authentic self. You should create a vision. You have to envision the life you want to live. So, what does that look like? How do you feel in that ideal life? Like, this vision will serve as your guiding star of sorts that will keep you motivated to stay intentional in your actions. Set priorities. So you have your values, your goals, your vision in mind. Now you have to set priorities. You have to determine what needs your immediate attention now and what can wait. And then focus your energy on the most important tasks that bring you closer to your goals. You have to also practice self discipline. So, willpower and self discipline go hand in hand. It's about doing what needs to be done and doing it now, even when you don't feel like it. So, train yourself to stay committed to your intentions, especially during challenging times. So, things like a support system, strong prayer life, these are great tools that are very useful to helping you stay committed. When you develop the will to be intentional, you will reap rewards. You'll get stuff done. When you are intentional about your goals, you are more likely to achieve them. Your actions, they're directed towards a specific outcome. And you're less likely to get sidetracked by all those distractions. You're going to get more clarity. You will know where you're headed and makes decision making so much easier. You'll filter through activities and choices that don't align with your intentions. You'll also feel more fulfilled, so your actions will feel more in harmony with your values and goals, which definitely gives you this profound sense of satisfaction that transcends those momentary pleasures. So intentionality definitely equips you to be resilient, to overcome setbacks. And you're no longer discouraged because you understand that those setbacks are a part of the journey. When you live intentionally, you inspire others too. Through your determination, you become a beacon of hope and motivation. So, as we continue this enlightening journey, I encourage you to reflect on your own life. How has your willpower and intentionality play a role in your achievements and your struggles? Are there areas in your life where you've witnessed the impact of your willpower? What strengths can you harness from that experience to help you be intentional in your current circumstances? The will to be intentional is so powerful. It's a powerful force that can transcend your life. It's a mindset that allows you to take control, make choices that align with your values and goals, and ultimately lead to a more fulfilling and purposeful existence. So, developing the willpower requires practice and commitment, but the rewards are well worth the effort. So be sure to reflect on your values, set your intentions, and unleash the incredible potential that comes from being intentional in every aspect of your life. Your journey towards a more meaningful existence starts with the will to be intentional. So, thank you for joining me today. Remember to subscribe to this podcast. Stay connected by following me on Instagram and Facebook. And above all, stay intentional in your pursuits. Until next time, may your willpower guide you to a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. Sincerely, Deedy.